Alrighty. Confident Women's Community. Julie Scott coming in here live again. I am live. Hey, I haven't seen you guys in a couple of weeks. I went on vacation last week to Mexico, but I'm back. And I have today step 3 of the Confidence Blueprint method that I came up with myself based on my own transformation and working with clients for years. And today I'm here to talk with you about forgiveness. Okay. Over the years of, my own self-development, as I've said before, this is part of my confidence blueprint, which is a process that I came up with for myself. I actually have identified 7 steps to building confidence. And I've been rolling out this confidence blueprint method for the past few weeks, starting with step 1, awareness, and step 2, acceptance. So if you haven't seen those videos, you can always go back and check those out. And I'm pretty sure they're up under the guide section right now if you want to go back and watch those if you haven't already. And if you are here live with me, I would love to hear from you. Say hello. It's always nice to know that I'm not talking to myself. I think I have one set eyeballs on me right now, but you never know. More people may join. More people may be at work. And if you want to catch it on the replay, that's fine too. Please just put hashtag replay so that I know that you saw it on the replay. So today, again, I'm covering forgiveness. And there are 2 types of forgiveness. Of course, forgiveness of others and forgiveness of ourselves. Okay. So I'm going to begin with forgiveness of others. So since I've been on this planet now for 55 years, I've experienced my share of unpleasant experiences with other people, I'm sure like you have. And many times I have been, disappointed. I've been let down. I've been lied to. I've been cheated. I've been ripped off. I've been hurt, and I've been shamed. That's all happened to me. Just like you, I couldn't avoid these situations as part of life. And I carried around a lot of bitter feelings associated with these events that happened to me for many years. So the experiences and the events got logged into my subconscious, and they set up beliefs and patterns for me in my behavior and my habits and the way I reacted for years. And I dragged them all into my next relationship, into my next job, into my next new experience. They all came along with me. And if a person or a place or an experience seemed similar to one that I had already had in my past or something prior, I would put up the walls made of fear, typically, so that I wouldn't wander into the same trap again, right? As this was my subconscious, really, just trying to keep me safe. Okay. And this happens for not just me, it happens for everybody. That's literally how the human brain works. So hence, I kept revisiting those painful experiences and stoking the fire, and feeling those feelings of bitterness over and over again, and which would further solidify my beliefs in what I thought was true in life, right? So it was a vicious cycle that just kept going. So here's the thing, what I know. When I truly forgive someone, I am setting myself free, okay? And here's a great quote from one of my favorite writers, Louise Hay, God rest her soul. The act of forgiveness takes place in our own mind. It really has nothing to do with the other person. And in the process of forgiving another person, I'm freeing myself from all of those negative emotions that drag me down and drain my energy and my joy in life. The other person may never know that I have forgiven them. And they don't, frankly, need to know because it's not about them. It's about me and it's for me. Okay. I'm taking back my power. I'm taking back my energy in the process of forgiving. Now, there have been times where I have felt the need to actually talk to the person And I've found being able to honestly share my feelings without expecting a particular response can be very healing. Just to be heard sometimes can be enough. Okay. For me, it's the people who I care about the most that I want to talk to and, in person. So that way I can move through the release of the forgiveness with them. And I want to heal through forgiving them. And I found it to be a bonding experience for both of us, bringing us closer together as a result. And I can think of this on many occasions with one of my three sisters. So it happens with each one of them. I've taken the time to speak to them in person and forgive them, and we've bonded, gotten closer, and moved on. So the decision to let go of all the pain and resentment I have felt over the situation is like dropping 100-pound bag off of my back. Okay. Um, and this release was actually, I realized it was like actually me deciding that I want to feel good because I don't like feeling those feelings of resentment. I mean, it doesn't feel good. And anybody who knows me, I'm a feel good junkie and I want to feel good. And so if I need to forgive to feel good, then that's what I'm going to do. So it was really me deciding to feel good as opposing to hanging on to maybe being right. Okay. I know that's something that people love to do. We love to be right. Right. So, all right. So that's forgiving other people. Now let's tackle the other form of forgiveness, which is really what I wanted to talk about today. Forgiving yourself, okay? Even more powerful than forgiving others is the relief that I have found in forgiving myself, okay? This is so big, and it's key to moving forward in my life and in the lives of so many of my clients that I've worked with over the years. So important. So for me, forgiving myself, it leaves me feeling lighter, more peaceful, and more open to life in general. And I have forgiven myself for countless things over the years. And here's just a short list for you, okay? A failed marriage, not speaking up for what I wanted, putting others first and putting myself last, caring more about others than for myself, for gaining weight, over and over and over again, ignoring my gut, ignoring my intuition, for being afraid to change, for worrying about not being liked or loved if I did change, and for missing out on opportunities because I was scared to try something new or to actually go for it in my life. I had to forgive myself for all of those things and then some. Like I said, that's just a short list. I even had to forgive up and taking a look at my life for nearly 4 decades. Okay. And I remember thinking to myself, how could I let all that time go by? How could I let all that time go by? I would beat myself up about it over and over and over again. The resentment I had for myself around it was holding me back from trying new things and discovering all that I could be, do, or have. I learned a wonderful forgiveness method from a woman named Christine Hassler. She's the host of a podcast called Over It and On With It, where she encouraged you to get a picture of yourself when you were a child no older than, say, 5 years old. Okay. So many of our beliefs that we hold about ourselves are formed when we're very young. They are stored in our subconscious, which then creates that filter through which we interpret our world. Okay. Just like I mentioned earlier about my past experiences creating beliefs and patterns and behaviors in me, this is the same idea. Okay. In this particular forgiveness method, you look at the picture and see that the fear you are feeling around making changes in your life is actually coming from this scared little girl. This has been her defense mechanism for so many years that it is an automatic and unconscious response to any person or situation that feels like something that happened when you were a child. Okay. Looking into the eyes of yourself in that picture, you then can forgive the child, your child version of you, for reacting with fear, right? It's so much easier to forgive a child than it is to forgive your adult self. So this technique, it just made so much sense to me. So I employed this method quite often in my process of forgiving myself for things over the years. So maybe it'll be something that'll work for you too. So by recognizing that most of my own programming, beliefs, and resentment towards myself stemmed from my own inner child being scared, has been super powerful in helping me move past the resentment and forgive myself. Okay. Another concept that I absolutely love is the idea that everyone is doing the best that they can. And in particular, our parents, okay, who did the best they could with the information, experiences, beliefs that they picked up in their lives. I have found that looking at everyone through this frame of reference has made the practice of forgiveness and, frankly, general compassion for others that much easier for me. So maybe you can try it on for yourself. After all, we all were once scared little kids doing the best that we could. So both of these methods have been honestly pure gold for me in helping me move past a lot of my negative thoughts about myself and finally move on to forgiving myself for so many things. Okay. All this is to say, sister, forgive yourself. Whatever it is that you're telling yourself you could, would, or should have done, continually beating yourself up about it gets you absolutely nowhere. Letting go of the anger, the disappointment, the guilt, and frustration you have for yourself and for your life will free up so much space in your head, give you so much energy, free up space for new ideas, for opportunities, and for possibilities to come to you. So forgive yourself for not waking up sooner in life. Forgive yourself for not taking better care of your body. Forgive yourself for letting others treat you poorly. Forgive yourself for not being further along in life by now. Just forgive yourself. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel freer. You're going to feel energized, and you will not regret it. It's something that will absolutely change your life. Remember, you are not your past choices. You have every moment you can start new. Every moment is a new opportunity to start something new, to change, to decide that now is the time. Okay. I invite you to start a new dialogue with yourself, one that is hopeful and empowering. So here are just a few ideas to get you going. I am right where I need to be. I trust my path. I am growing and changing at my pace. What works for me, what works for my life and my body. There is no comparison, only to myself, yesterday, last week, last month, or last year. And I love this one. I wasn't ready before. I'm ready now. I've created a forgiveness/acceptance meditation for any of you that are interested in that. And if you would like access to that, please comment below this video. Yes, please. So if you put yes, please below this video, I'll make sure that I get you that new forgiveness meditation that kind of goes along with this training right away. Okay. In closing, I would like to leave you with another cool little thing. It's a simple forgiveness exercise that I would like for you to try. And please do this more than one time. You can't go to the gym once and be in shape. You've got to do these kinds of exercises over and over and over and just check in with yourself. When you're feeling those feelings of anger and resentment towards yourself, do this exercise. It seriously takes less than a minute. I mean, certainly not more than a minute. But I assure you, if you take the time to do it, it is super powerful. Okay, here's how it goes. You get in front of a mirror. It can be in the bathroom. It can be the rear view mirror of your car, whatever mirror will do. Okay. I want you to take 3 deep, long, slow, cleansing breaths. Like, and take your time. So 3 long cleansing breaths. And I want you to look deeply into your own eyes in the mirror and say slowly, while holding your own gaze, I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And mean it. After that, take 3 more deep cleansing breaths. And then close your eyes and wrap your arms around yourself and give yourself a good long hug. Okay? Now I know when I did this exercise, pretty much every time I do this exercise, it makes me cry. So if that happens to you, obviously you needed to do it. So it's a good thing. Crying is not a bad thing. It's a release. It's a way for your stuffed emotions to get out. So let those tears flow. But I'm telling you, this is such a powerful exercise. Now, that's all I have for you today. I never want to make these trainings too long because who wants to sit in an hour-long training? So this is about 17 minutes. I hope you got something out of it. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, I love to hear from you. And if you want that free meditation, please comment below. Yes, please. And I'll make sure you get it. Okay. Much love to you all. And I will see you very soon. I'll be back next week with step 4 of the Confidence Blueprint. And I'll see you soon. Bye.